People ask why the treasure fleet stopped as if the ocean simply misplaced our address, but the sea was never the problem. The real reason was a shift in court priorities and but destiny. My voyages projected Ming power across the Indian Ocean through ceremony, trade, diplomacy, and conspicuous scale. Their end came not from lost skill, but from shifting court priorities and budgets. At court, support for maritime expeditions competed with frontier defense, fiscal caution, and scholarly suspicion. Exploration was a policy choice, not our destiny. After my later voyages, the political wind changed harder than the monsoon. The court shifted its priorities and budgets away from exploration. It was a deliberate policy choice, not a loss of our ability. So the fleets ended not because China lacked skill, courage, or ships. It was a policy choice driven by shifting priorities at court. Withdrawal was a choice, not a sign of inability. The answer is less romantic. Court priorities, budgets, and arguments powerful enough to strand entire horizons. It was policy, not the sea, that stopped us. Let me explain. We carried gifts, envoys, interpreters, records, and the kind of organization that makes harbors stare. This was not mere exploration, but statecraft. Some officials saw prestige, others saw expense floating away from practical needs. They questioned the vast costs, redirecting funds to more urgent domestic priorities, not destiny. Resources were redirected, shipbuilding narrowed, and overseas ambition lost its strongest sponsors. They ended because institutions decided other problems deserved the timber, labor, and attention. It was a policy choice, not a loss of skill. Welcome to Drunk on History. I'm Zheng He. Today, why the treasure fleet stopped. It wasn't the ocean. Ships can be enormous. Bureaucracy remains larger. Let's explore. These expeditions were not tourism. They were statecraft under sail. We projected the emperor across the seas, forging alliances. The fleet stopped not from weakness, but from shifting court priorities. The emperor's favor mattered, and favor is not a permanent climate. When priorities at court shifted, the treasure fleets were no longer see choice, not destiny. No single decree explains everything because policies rarely end with theatrical finality. The fleet's end was a quiet shift in court priorities skill, but a change in support. History often mistakes withdrawal for incapacity. It is usually a budget with philosophy. And statecraft survives only while the state keeps paying for it. When leadership shifts, so does the map of what counts as necessary. They fade through priorities, and priorities are where empires confess their true anxieties. The sea remained there. The court simply looked elsewhere. Our fleets were unmatched. It was a policy decision, not a reflection of our abilities.